We are Ryan and Bonnie Riski, and we have been attending Compass for 13 years.
And this is our story.
In September, we'll celebrate 19 years of being married.
Yeah. We got married when we were 20 years old, and we have done a lot of growing up together. 20 years old, you still don't know who you're going to be and what you want to do. And so we got to navigate those waters together and had our first little boy when we were 25. 2 years later, we welcomed our second boy, and then 6 years later, welcomed our little girl. In 2020, God called me to go back to the classroom when teachers were needed the most, and it's no big secret that that was a very stressful time for everybody involved. During that year is when Ryan and I probably faced our hardest obstacle yet. I would say that is probably when our marriage was really tested.
When she went back to work, I didn't necessarily, pitch in where I needed to. I just kind of continued on the same path I'd been on for 16 years, and kind of expected her to kind of pick up where both sides of her working and the pieces at home, and that's kind of what kind of led to kind of our turbulence. So
there were lots of times where I don't know, I questioned a lot. It's like we've been together for so long, but also with the way that things were going, and it was stressful on both ends because he had a ton of stress at his own job. And but at the same time, I'm like, well, I'm working and I've got these stressors too, and like we've got to figure this out, and in society, the easy solution would be, well, just if it's not working, then separate or divorce. And that's not an option. That's not an option for us. One of the things that we decided that we wanted to do is we wanted to invest a little bit, more time into us, and we signed up for the dynamic marriage class. When we got started, it was a soul-bearing experience, I think, between both of us.
I think, going through that process and, just trying to be more thoughtful, and those little things that I thought weren't a big deal, by doing them, it showed, like, she would say, oh, thanks for doing that. Thanks for doing the dishes. To me, they were little things, right? But they meant a lot more to her than I guess I thought they meant.
One of the things that I found to be very helpful was praying together. Like, I could pray for him all day long, and he could pray for me too, but to actually hear your spouse pray over you and for you, like, that was a game changer for me, I remember specifically him praying into my ear, like, God, help me to be the spouse that Bonnie needs me to be. And like, that softened my heart so much.
You get stuck in the day-to-day, going through the motions of life, and just, it's like a routine. So you don't have those intimate conversations where I think dynamic marriage kind of, it digs in at pieces that you typically wouldn't talk about, right? Marriage is a choice every day you wake up, right? After those first year and a half, 2 years of honeymoon period, she's been my best friend, my biggest cheerleader, my biggest supporter, for the last 19 years. So I think, just knowing that it's, it's a choice every day you wake up, you know what I mean?